Hey, buddy. Welcome or welcome back. I'm Michelle with YesMichelle Crochets, your crossing guard for all the fun things happening in the crochet community. My goal with each and every video is to give you an update on all the fun things happening in our community, give you some tools, tips, and tricks on how to make those projects you're working on turn out just a little bit better, and of course, give you an update on what I'm working on while simultaneously motivating you to enjoy your week with a little bit of crochet in the mix. Now, with that said, today's video, I'm going to be sharing my favorite videos that I lean on for how to do the flat slip stitch. And yes, I am still struggling with saying that, but I am not struggling with doing it thanks to the videos I'm going to be sharing a little bit later. But before we get started with talking about all of the videos I found, and yes, there are quite a few, but I'm only going to share a little bit. I first want to start you out with getting your mindset right. Today, as I am uploading this, is Monday. So I want to make sure that our minds are right before we start on anything else. Now, that other reason for wanting to switch from my typical Friday upload to a Monday upload is to ensure that I'm pushing into the algorithm and I'm helping you do what I do for myself, which is get my mind ready for the week. Now, with that said, hang on, and I'm going to share the mindset notes. Okay, got my notes. And the mindset notes are this, where I share with you what my mantra of the day is, my affirmations that I'll be focusing on, and of course, I will also give you a quote of the day. I think these things, at least for me, give me a basis of how to have my mind ready for the day that I'm going to be tackling. As I'm filming this, it's Saturday. So you won't see this until Monday. So you're hearing my quote of the day, my mantra, and my affirmations for my Saturday. In my updates, I'll share with you what my day looks like for today and what my goals are for the week. I hope it inspires you to contemplate your mindset and set some worthy goals for your week. Now, let's start with the mantra of the day. Today's mantra says, I always express my feelings openly. That way, no one has to guess anything. And I live by that. I always express my feelings. And one thing I said very recently to a dear friend is if I don't wake up tomorrow, no one who has ever experienced me in real life or even in a video has any doubt how I felt about them. You know how I feel about you. I love you. I don't pretend. I don't gatekeep my feelings. And if I don't love you and we have only a professional relationship, then you will have walked away knowing that that professional relationship indeed meant something to me because I don't invest a moment of my time in people I don't care about. I will always be kind, but I won't give you a moment more than what you deserve. So if I'm spending time with you, it's because I genuinely care about you. If I call you or I send you a letter, that's because I care, even if it's just an email. Those are times that I can't get back. So if I'm pouring them into you, it means to me you're genuinely worthy of that time, which is why that mantra is so important to me. Now, here are the 3 affirmations that I'm focusing on today. And yes, there are other affirmations, but these are the 3 keys. Number 1, I am grateful for the good energy flowing through me. Number 2, I always succeed at my goals. And number 3, my mindset is strong and disciplined. And for me, I'm going to talk about these in the reverse order because my goals for today are directly connected to my affirmations. My mindset is strong and disciplined. Well, it's going to have to be because one of my goals today is to kind of clean up my space and do a little bit of a reset in order for this place, this area, my room, most specifically my filming space, to work in a way that is easy because I don't just film for this channel. This is my working space for my other channels, and I don't really want to talk about those right now, not because there's anything negative to say, but because I'm a work in progress. And as such, I'm kind of taking down the curtains and fixing things so that you guys get a better product when things go back up. But having said that, if everything is cluttered or solely focused on one channel, things don't work well. So I am definitely adopting my affirmation of my mindset is strong and disciplined, because it's easy to just look at, oh, the next shiny activity I could be doing is a lot more fun than cleaning up my space, removing things that no longer serve me, or transitioning this space in a way that works not just for YesMichelle Crochets, but also works for the other channels that I either directly create or support. So there's that. Now for number 2, I succeeded my goals. Well, last night before I headed to bed, one of my goals was to get up in the morning and clean my space. Again, it would be so easy just to wrap up in a very cozy blanket, either one I made or one that was gifted to me, and just crochet my day away, or go out in the streets and have all the fun. Okay, true. Michelle's not going out in those streets and having a lot of fun because I don't really like to leave the house more than I have to. I leave for a purpose, and right now it's too cold. I don't want to go out there. So I'll be in the house, but my first goal is to get my room a little cleaner. That has to be done. So I succeeded my goals. Simple. And number 1, which is the priority for me, I am grateful for the good energy flowing through me. And I am grateful because there are plenty of days that I don't have a lot of energy, or my mind doesn't feel like focusing in the way that I need it to. So I am totally happy and grateful for having a clear mindset that is giving me the excitement to do the things that I want to do so that I can hit my goals. And yes, so that I can be strong and disciplined. You see how it all works together? It's really, for me, all about the mindset. Now, I also have a quote of the day because I always have a quote of the day. And here's the quote of the day for today. And no, I didn't choose this one. It was what Brainy Quote gave me for the day. And I like it, so let's share it. The quote says, "Associate yourself with people of good quality. For it is better to be alone than be in bad company," said by Booker T. Washington. And I completely agree with this. There have been so many times in my past that I was around people who did not support me, uplift me, or encourage me. And the results of that were I did not achieve as many of the things as I might have set out to do or even thought I could do. You see, negativity is toxic. And if someone isn't giving you the love, encouragement, and support that you need, it definitely puts a cap over your head about how far or how high you're going to rise. So surround yourself with people who love you, who encourage you, and who motivate you to do your very best. I hope that the reason that you turn into my videos is because I do that for you, or at least that's my goal. My love of you is to let you know you are supported. You can do anything you set your mind to, whether that's an exercise in growing or a mindset shift, whatever you need. I got your back. Come back again and again and make sure that we connect, because I'm going to be right here telling you, yes, you can. Yes, you will. And yes, you do. You do matter. I do love you. And I thank you for being here. Now, on to updates. Okay, the updates. Simple. Number 1, I just posted a video on Friday that I filmed on Thursday. So I haven't done a lot of crochet related activities. I've added some rows on my hooded blanket that I am working on. And if I have the opportunity, I will stick a picture like right here so that you can see my progress on that. Again, there isn't very much progress on it, but I am loving the way the colors are turning out. And if you want to see where I was prior to this, go ahead and check out the video that I posted on Friday so that you can see where I was at that point and where I am today. Keeping in mind, today is Saturday as I'm filming this, so I won't have gotten very far, but I am further than I was. And because I'm using an anniversary cake, this thing is turning out so pretty. But moreover, it's coming together very quickly because, yeah, a thicker yarn tends to make things bigger faster. So I'm loving my anniversary cake. Now, I'm also looking down because, yes, the notes are telling me what I need to remember to say and share and what not to say. So I also mentioned in that video that I am working on the snowflake granny square blanket. And yes, it is exactly where it was when I showed it last. I haven't put a single stitch in it since, simply because I haven't had the opportunity to. This will be what I do as my relaxation time later on this evening, once I've kind of worked on my space around me and gotten things more like I want them to look and feel and work for me. So there is that. Like I said, one of my updates will be the switch around of my space for filming and working and doing the things I need to do. And the other thing that you can't see anything on right now as far as my progress is I am currently working on a video for my audio accessories channel. I said I wasn't going to mention it, but here I am mentioning it. I can't gatekeep with you. I got to tell you what's going on in my life and in my story. So you guys probably know, and if you don't, I will leave a link in the description box. Note to self, put a note there. So I'm giving myself an arrow to remember to do that. But my audio accessories channel is where I leave my creative love for both music and video production. I'm learning to love that. That wasn't always the story for me, but it is more so now than it ever was. I still want to make sure that I give you the best product that I can. So in order to do that, I do a lot of research on music, what tempo and things like that are. That's not my natural wheelhouse. I didn't learn those things in school, but I have always loved music, and many of you love it too. So I create playlists so that we can put those things on in the background, whether you need to study, you're cooking dinner and you just need to decompress and de-stress. Or maybe you just need some really good music while you work on your latest crochet creation. Whatever you need that music for, Audio Accessories is the place you're going to find some awesome music. I have some past playlists there that you can enjoy, and I am currently developing new playlists in longer sessions of time so that you have those background sounds to enjoy. With that said, I also have a lot of the mindset activities over there. They're 10-minute motivational experiences for you if you want to look into that as well. Again, all of that is on Audio Accessories. So that's what my updates are at this point. Now, many of you clicked on this video not for all that I have given you, but I do hope that you enjoyed it. Instead, you clicked on it because you wanted to know more about the flat slip stitch. And my reasoning for bringing this to the information highway today is because on Friday when I was talking about the snowflake blanket, I explained that my construction method is using that flat slip stitch in order to put my squares together. And I asked many of you if you were interested in knowing how to do this in an easier way, to go ahead and leave a yellow heart in the comments then. So a lot of you left those hearts, whether it was in the premiere session that we did that day or your actual comment to the video after it premiered. Either way, I saw you, I got you. But I mentioned earlier that the reason I no longer do videos on Friday is because I want to get your mental focus on what's happening in the YouTube streets and kind of be your calendar of what's going to be happening this coming week. Well, yesterday was a big week for many of us, and a culmination of triumph for one of our fellow content creators, and that would be Juan the Yarn Addict. He celebrated his silver play button, and honestly, I am so in awe of him. You guys hear me talk about him a lot on this channel, and I do so not because I'm trying to ride his coattail or be the new Juan, because let's be realistic. There is only one Juan the Yarn Addict, and I'm so honored to have learned so much of what I do over here from him. Not as a parroting or a repeat, but as a love language to him. He showed me how to do much of what I do simply by doing what he does. And mind you, he's only been on the YouTube street since 2023. And yes, in the crochet community, hitting your silver play button in and of itself is amazing. Doing it as fast as he has done, that's where you take your notebook out and you learn and you jot down. And you've watched, if you're like me, him face all kinds of challenges, whether it was the change of the way YouTube does this or a new activity that they're rolling out, whatever it is, he's taken it in stride, added it to his mix, and made it his own. And that's what I'm learning to do for my channel as well. And I hope that the product is something you're enjoying. Speaking of things that YouTube has rolled out, recently, while I was away on hiatus, they rolled out this thing called the hype button. And I'm like, what's the hype button? So the student that I am went about the business of learning what is the hype button and what does it do. Well, what the hype button is a way that you can kind of, as the audience, celebrate your favorite content creators and encourage people who may not already be aware of them to watch them. And by simply hitting your hype button for the video that you're watching. I don't know if it's available as I'm premiering this, but I do know it is available once the video is completely uploaded on my channel. I would love if you have a hype available and you're enjoying the information I'm giving you, go ahead and hit that hype button. It pushes me further out into the algorithm. It gets more eyes on my channel. And that way I'm more on a flat and even surface with channels who might be a little bit bigger than me. The truth of it is, if you're only watching one or two channels, but you want to see more of that type of information, YouTube has to guess. Do we think they're going to like this, or do we think they're going to like that? Using the hype button says, I like this content creator and I think others will too. You need to push this out further. You're basically becoming a part of the algorithm and encouraging YouTube to push smaller creators such as myself further out. So if you can, I'd love your help. And with that, I say thank you. Now, let's get into all the videos that I found on the flat slip stitch. Okay, let's talk about that flat slip stitch. Like I said, there are lots of tutorials right here on the YouTube streets that can give you a very clear and definitive explanation of how to do this stitch. Just like any other classroom you might walk into, some teachers you're going to resonate with, other teachers are going to overcomplicate or undersimplify something and make it hard for you to access the information. I'm sharing with you today 3 different teachers, as it were, who do the exact same thing. Amaze, wow, and inspire you to pick this up and add it to your repertoire of how you assemble your squares. Now, of course, my first pick was Nastasia. And I think I'm saying her name correctly. If I'm not, then here's her real name. It's actually Donna Wolf. Donna Wolf is amazing as a teacher and in many ways an enabler when it comes to learning this particular stitch, because she was my go-to for learning it a little bit ago. And she showed it in multiple other projects and patterns that she's done, but she did a standalone video in January of 2024. And yes, I'm checking my notes again. Don't be surprised. Michelle, why do you always check your notes? Because Michelle's memory is sometimes that long. So I want to make sure I give you accurate and correct information. Hence the notes. Back to the notes. Not only did she drop this in January of 2024, Donna also has had more than 5,000 likes on this particular video. And the actual title of it is How to Connect Granny Squares with the Flat Slip Stitch Crochet Method. I think that says everything you need to know about it. It's not a very long video, but it definitely explains how to use this stitch, and moreover, where to place your hook on each of your squares to make sure you get a flat, even, and complete connection. I love the fact that although you have a beginning end and an ending end for your connections, there's not a lot of sewing and assembly. This one method, using probably the same hook you used to create your squares, is all you're going to need. Of course, you need a darning needle for putting away those ends, but 2 ends compared to an end for each stitch, I'll take that. Now, in addition to Nastasia, I found a couple of other teachers, and one of them is Amanda of Maze and Ruth. Maze and Ruth does a lot of granny style projects, so I thought she would be a great resource for you to look to on how to do this stitch as well. And her standalone video dropped in July of 2021. So she's been around explaining this for a while. And she has more than 18,000 likes on that particular video. So I would say it is tried, true, tested, and definitely one you're going to want to take a look at. The title of the video, Joining Crochet Squares, and in parentheses, Flat Slip Stitch Seam. I think you want to take a look. I think you're going to enjoy it. And it's also really wonderful to take the perspective of different creators to see how they do things. Maybe there's a trick or a tip that makes it so much easier for you, whereas somebody else would completely bypass that thought. I'm just saying. And finally, the third creator I want to spotlight isn't necessarily for her teaching of the flat slip stitch. At this point, I've given you 2 amazing creators who do it. I'm sharing hers because I want you to see the square that she's using. It is amazing. And yeah, I will probably be doing this particular granny square on Sunday just so I can get a sampling of it and decide if it's something I want to turn into a project for myself. And her video is called How to Crochet, Flat Slip Seam Tutorial. I think that's a perfect title, so you know where to look. And her name again is Alana, and her channel is Theodore and Rose. I think she's got a great channel. I love, 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 love. Did I say love? Love her particular granny square that she used for assembly, and it was the Sunburst granny square. She did it in a solid color, which for me is all of the sauce that I need to make something super fast, fun, and easy. And you can do it either with the same color yarn that you make your granny squares with, or a contrasting color to give it just a little extra pop and zeal. But that is what I wanted to recommend on her end. Now, mind you, that particular video for her standalone flat slip seam dropped on July of 2025. She only has 129 likes. So if you would do something for me, if you go over and check out that video, leave her a like. say hello, and let her know that I spoke about her in this video so that I get the opportunity to just share my friendship with her. I dearly love that. And in fact, if you will do that on each one of the videos that I mentioned, go over there and leave a crown and a pink heart emoji in their comment section and let them know that YesMichelle Crochets shared their video with you so that they will know that, yeah, they are reaching more of the community in every corner, including this one. Now, with that said, yes, this is a very short video. Your girl could procrastinate and make a longer video, but the truth of the matter, I need to get to cleaning my room. So I am going to do that. I hope you're going to have an amazing week. Like I said, it's Monday. Our mindsets are right. We've got the energy to do all the things we want to do this week. And I love you. I am so grateful to have had this time with you. I look forward to seeing you in different chats and spaces and places throughout the week. Of course, tonight, Juan the Yarn Addict has a members only live, but we know he's going to be dropping something super fun today. I don't know exactly what it is, so like you, I'm looking forward to it. Of course, many of the other content creators that we love and support are going to be doing their thing, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday morning or afternoon, depending on when this video drops. Until then, take care. Have a fun week, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.